I smile, you smile. I smile, we smile. I smile, you smile. I smile, we smile. I smile, you smile. I smile, we smile. I smile, you smile.
Hey you guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel with all smiles over here. I am Will Sanja. It's like asking a question. Will Sanja help you keep your smile for today? And hopefully that answer is yes, you guys. I'm going to try not to keep you long, but y'all know if it gets good, I'm going to keep on talking. The golden nugget is, what are you creating? What are you creating? Or do you even know that you're creating? Do you know that you're creating? Well, I know you've heard of a saying called, as a man thinketh, so is he. Y'all, it's true, it's true. We were created to create. And most people say, how do you know that? How do you know that? Well, we'll say parents. I'm a mother and I have kids. Well, I have a husband as well, y'all, those of you who know. And we have kids. Well, I birthed the children, right? And my kids have attributes of me. So they do some of the things that I do. They have some of the same things that I possess. They have some of those same talents. Same with my husband. They have some of my husband's talents as well. They still have their own individualized talents and gifts, but they have some attributes of us. Well, that is how it is with you and I. When we were created, we have those attributes as well from the Creator. So there's no way that you can't create, because you were created by a creator, which makes you a what? Creator. So with that being said, I was asking you guys, what are you creating? Now I will say that we take the credit of a lot of stuff, of creating a whole lot of things. You get a new job, yeah, I did that, I created that. Or you get other little things, yeah, I did that. Things that have you smiling, things that have you like on point, right? You take credit for those creations because you were actually thinking in that process, and you actually put in the work and the action, right? Nothing is for free. Nothing is for free. Nothing. The only thing that is free is your thinking. Your thinking. And that's the most expensive thing, but it's free, y'all. It's free. We have it for free. So what normally happens, we take the credit of things that are going swell. But what about those things that we think that somebody else is created that in our lives? And I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. Some things that you are experiencing, you are actually creating it yourself. That's why I asked you, what are you creating? And I'll say that if you're in a process of thinking negative about someone, or having a negative thoughts about people, or and when they come around you, there's always drama with that person. The reason why there's always drama with that person is because in your mind, you have already mapped them out. You're creating what they are in your space. It doesn't mean that's who they are, but when they're around you, because of how you think of them, when they come around you, they act the way you create. Y'all get that? So when Sally Mae comes around, you're like, she always have an attitude. That's what you're thinking. Sally Mae always have an attitude when I see her. Well, when Sally Mae sees you, she has an attitude. Same thing. It works with everything else in your life. If you got drama in your life right now, think about how you think about that. Whoever's involved in the drama, ask yourself, how do you think when you think about them, or whoever it is? How do you think about them whenever they come to your mind? And now think about how they act when they're around you. Because see, sometimes we think that they just act that way and we just label them. That's not it. You are creating how they perform in front of you, in your presence. So as you think it is in your space. Now, when Sally Mae goes off to her other friends, she probably don't even act like that. Why? Because they're not thinking of her in that manner. I experienced that with a couple of people. I used to think because they act a certain way, I used to always say, why are they always like this? Why are they always like this? And sure enough, the more I thought of that, whenever I see them, they would be like that. They would be like that until I became awake and started being aware that I'm creating this drama. I'm creating all this. So let me see them in a great light, even if they have the characteristics of what I was thinking of. But I said, let me see if this really works. And I said, that person is so good. They're awesome people, da 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 da. And I just kept, that was my thoughts. That's how it was. Every single time if their name came across my head, great person, great personality, da 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 da. And when they came into my presence, guess what, y'all? They were what I created. They were what I created for my space. Now, I don't know, they could be cutting the fool in somebody else's arena now. But in my mind, they are perfect. They are just the best. So I ask you again, what are you creating? What kind of boss are you creating? How do you think of your boss? How do you think of your siblings? How do you think of yourself? What are you creating? Think positive, people. Think positive, people. Think very, very, very positive. Because whatever you want to be in your arena, in your life, it all depends on what's up here. It all depends on what's in here. Whatever you're thinking in here, it's going to show up on your outside. It's going to show up in whoever and however and whenever and wherever. Whatever you're thinking, y'all get it? 'Cause as a man thinketh, so is he, which means you're doing what you're creating. So watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts. Yeah, it feels good to claim and say, I created that, da-da-da-da. And then what? What about those other things? So y'all watch what you're thinking. Change it. If you're having crazy thoughts, I know some of you may be saying, my cousin is crazy. Y'all, no. I know I didn't create that. Well, you may think that, but y'all, I'm telling you, try it. Whomever or whatever has been like in your arena, just cutting up and just really dramatizing everything in your life, sit down and think of them in a good light. Remember I did that message and see the beauty in everything? Sit down and think about when their name or their face come to mind, think positive thoughts of them. Not positive thoughts of you, I'm a good person. No. Positive thoughts about the other person. And then the next time they come around, watch how they behave around you. Watch how they act. And I'm going to tell you something too. It's hard to be upset or to shy away from people if you do nothing but think positive of them. Now, if you think negative of people, you're like, I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to deal with them. No, I don't want them in my space. But if you're seeing them in a positive light, if you're creating who you want them to be up here, then you don't have to worry about that extra drama. You don't have to worry about those brother-in-laws, those sister-in-laws, those cousins, those friends, those co-workers, those bosses, and everybody else, the bus driver, the cab driver, the Uber driver. You don't have to worry about all these other people. Why? Because up here, you're creating who you want them to be in your arena. Y'all got that? So again, question for you. What are you creating? Think about it. I'm not going to keep y'all long. It's right at 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes. Thanks so much for clicking on my channel with All Smiles over here. I'm going to try to talk to y'all soon. But if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. You guys take care. I'm going to talk to you guys soon. Be blessed and ciao.
I smile, you smile. I smile, we smile. 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 I smile. All over here, all over here. I smile. All over here, all all smiles over here.